Hello, friends! Keanu Reeves is perhaps the most humble and private actor in Hollywood, yet he is not only a talented performer, but also an astonishingly sensitive, compassionate, and caring human being. He's an icon admired by millions. However, Keanu's name rarely appears in the press, and finding out what's really going on in his life often requires some effort. So, how does Keanu Reeves live? And what does he spend his money on? Keanu Charles Reeves was born in Beirut, the capital of Lebanon, on September 2, 1964, into the family of a costume designer and a geologist. His mother is English, and his father, an American from Hawaii, has English, Irish, Portuguese, Hawaiian, and Chinese ancestry. His father worked as an unskilled laborer and earned his high school diploma while serving time in prison in Hawaii. 2 years after Keanu's birth, his sister Kim was born. Shortly after that, when Keanu was only 3 years old, his father abandoned the family. The actor never saw him again. Keanu's mother later married film director Paul Aaron, but the marriage ended in divorce in 1971. Following the separation, Keanu's mother moved with her children to Toronto, where the actor spent his early years. Their home happened to be across the street from a music studio where the famous Canadian rock musician Alice Cooper was recording an album at the time. The rock star befriended the curious young boy who often came by to listen to his tunes.
Reeves never really enjoyed studying, so he doesn't look back on his school years fondly. In childhood, both little Keanu and his sister Kim were diagnosed with dyslexia, a disorder that affects reading and the ability to process spoken language. Over time, the condition subsided, but it left lasting marks on Keanu's personality, a certain shyness and emotional reserve. Even today, the actor continues to work on overcoming these inner barriers. From a young age, Keanu learned to play chess, and he turned out to be quite good at it. He easily beat adult opponents, who had to pay him $1 each time they lost. As a teenager, Keanu dreamed of becoming a hockey player. When he played hockey in school, he earned the nickname The Wall for his outstanding skills as a goalie, and he was even recognized as the best player on the school team. Around that time, while continuing his studies, Reeves also worked part-time in a souvenir shop. Over the course of 5 years, he attended 4 different schools, including one for performing arts, from which he was eventually expelled. Later, Keanu enrolled in a Catholic boys' school, but dropped out again to pursue his dream of playing professional hockey, while also attending a free public school. However, a serious injury ended his sports ambitions, and Keanu never completed high school or received a diploma.
In 1983, Keanu Reeves made his first appearance on television, starring in a Coca-Cola commercial. His first film role came in 1986 when he played a hockey goalie in the movie Youngblood. After the film's release, he received a green card and moved to Los Angeles. His former stepfather, Paul Aaron, persuaded film producer Erwin Stoff to become Keanu's manager and agent. Stoff has remained Reeves' manager to this day. Early in his career, Keanu was sometimes credited under the names Norman Reeves or Chuck Spadina. His manager thought his real name sounded too exotic for Hollywood. In 1991, Reeves appeared in the action film Point Break, and then in 1994, he landed his first major leading role in Speed. For his performance, Keanu earned a salary of $1.2 million. The blockbuster catapulted him into the ranks of Hollywood's top stars. He was later offered $12 million to star in Speed 2, but he turned it down, choosing instead to perform in a modest Shakespearean stage production. Later, in 1997, he volunteered to cut $2 million from his salary so the studio could afford to cast Al Pacino in The Devil's Advocate. That same year, paparazzi photographed Keanu in West Hollywood having breakfast with a homeless man. The actor had been walking nearby when he noticed the man, sat down next to him for a chat, and shared a sandwich and a beer.
According to the photographers, Reeves spent nearly 2 hours talking with the man, sitting casually on the bare ground beside him.
The actor's gesture sparked wide discussion among his colleagues and fans alike. Some admired him for it, while others reacted with disdain. A new wave of fame struck Keanu in 1999 with the release of the cult classic The Matrix. At first, the lead role was offered to Johnny Depp and Brad Pitt, but neither of them liked the script. Both chose to work on other projects instead. By the end of the century, Neo had become one of the most recognizable characters in cinema history. Many of the motorcycle stunts in the film were performed by Reeves himself. For his work on the Matrix trilogy, Keanu Reeves earned the highest salary in film history, $250 million. Most of that came from profit sharing, as the trilogy grossed over $1.5 billion at the global box office. On set, Keanu was known for his kindness and humility. He bought lunch for the entire crew and greeted every member personally with a handshake each morning. He also gave up $80 million of his own earnings to support the makeup artists and special effects team, believing that their contributions were undervalued and underpaid. Keanu didn't stop there. He also showed his gratitude to the stunt team, who performed dangerous scenes on his behalf by gifting each of them a brand new Harley-Davidson motorcycle. And when he learned that one of the set workers was struggling financially, he gave the man $20,000 as a Christmas gift. In 2010, on his 46th birthday, Keanu Reeves bought himself a cupcake with a candle and a cup of coffee from a small street cafe and celebrated the occasion alone on a park bench. He happily accepted birthday wishes from passersby. The actor has often been spotted sitting quietly by himself on benches. Photos of a sad Keanu sitting alone on the street quickly went viral, becoming one of the most popular internet memes of the decade. On his fan page on Facebook, admirers even declared a new holiday, the unofficial Cheer Up Keanu Reeves Day, celebrated every year on June 15th. In 2014, Reeves starred in the action film John Wick. Following its massive success came a striking failure. The movie Daughter of God, released under that title in theaters, grossed less than $50,000 worldwide. At a party celebrating the film's release at the Leonora Club in New York, Keanu, known for his punctuality, arrived 20 minutes late. The reason? He had patiently waited in the general admission line outside, standing in the freezing rain. The 50-year-old actor wore a modest black coat and brown shoes, blending in with the crowd so well that neither the club's security nor the people around him recognized the Hollywood star. Reeves quietly waited his turn, drenched from the rain, even though all it would have taken to get inside was a single phone call. An equally revealing story took place during a flight from San Francisco to Los Angeles. The plane never reached its destination. It made an emergency landing in Bakersfield in March 2019. The passengers were given a choice: wait for their luggage at the site of the emergency landing, or continue to Los Angeles and retrieve it there. Keanu Reeves personally paid to rent a bus and organize transportation for all the passengers to the city himself. Reeves is a devoted follower of Buddhism and a firm advocate for peace. Despite being known as an action star, he has repeatedly turned down film roles that contained excessive violence. Life has tested Keanu Reeves many times. His best friend, actor River Phoenix, died at the age of 23, and his beloved girlfriend, Jennifer Syme, was killed in a car accident shortly after the couple lost their baby. Keanu met Jennifer through his sister in 1988, and the two fell in love at first sight. After these tragic losses, Reeves struggled for a long time to recover and chose to remain alone. There were rumors that he sought solace in alcohol, but he eventually managed to pull himself together. In 2019, the media reported that the actor had found love again. His new partner was artist Alexandra Grant. Reeves and Alexandra had known each other since 2009, when she collaborated with him on several book projects. For many years, their relationship remained purely friendly, but only recently did it blossom into something more. It is now known that the couple is engaged. It's hard to accuse Keanu Reeves of avoiding people or being a snob. He doesn't surround himself with bodyguards and often rides the subway, even though he could easily afford to travel in far greater comfort. Today, his net worth is estimated at around $500 million. Yet, despite his fortune, the actor continues to live a remarkably modest and down-to-earth life. Every year, he donates millions of dollars to charity. Until 2008, Reeves lived in hotels or stayed with friends, keeping all his belongings in a single suitcase. This went on until, at the age of 40, he finally bought a house in Los Angeles for $4.5 million, a rather modest investment by Hollywood standards. The villa is located in the Hollywood Hills, near the homes of Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Aniston. Now that Keanu has a place of his own, his home address has become known to many fans. Reeves is famous for his kind and approachable attitude toward those who admire his work, which is why there are countless photos of him with fans taken right in his home environment.
The house itself features 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and a swimming pool with a stunning view. According to Keanu, he decorated the home himself and personally selected the artwork for it, occasionally seeking the advice and help of friends. He often hosts music evenings at his place. Keanu also owns an apartment in Manhattan overlooking Central Park. Although he's perfectly content to travel around the city by bus or subway, he does have a small collection of cars. One of the very first cars he owned is a true rarity today, a 1969 Volvo 122. The car is still kept in his garage as a kind of time capsule, filled with fond memories from his past. Another fascinating piece in his collection is a Porsche 911 from the 1990s, one of the most iconic and celebrated models in automotive history. Equally interesting is his Ford Shelby Mustang, a second-generation model produced between 1974 and 1978. You can also see Keanu driving a similar car in the movie John Wick. Reeves is also a fan of Ferrari, cars that not only look magnificent, but also deliver outstanding performance on the road, embodying sheer power and speed. Yet Keanu's true passion lies with motorcycles. His love for bikes goes far beyond simply buying expensive ones in large numbers. He took it to the next level by founding his own custom motorcycle company. Helping him bring the idea to life was the legendary mechanic Gard Hollinger. Together, they launched Arch Motorcycle Company, and in 2014, their first creation was born, the Arch KRG T1, built on the base of a 1984 Harley-Davidson shovelhead. It's clear that fame has never gone to Keanu's head, but kindness, humility, and generosity have accompanied him throughout his life. A courageous hero on screen, he remains a true gentleman in real life. Reeves often says that money isn't important to him, that he's already earned enough to last for a couple of centuries. Still, it's remarkable how peacefully and modestly one can live while being one of the most recognizable people in the world. In 2021, The Matrix Resurrections was released, followed by John Wick Chapter 4. Who knows, perhaps the earnings from these films will once again go toward a good cause. As we can see, Keanu Reeves is one of those rare individuals untouched by fame or fortune, someone who values kindness and compassion above all else. And what about you? Which other celebrities do you know who care more about the well-being of others than about their own wealth? That's all for today. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel, and see you soon.